Welcome to my channel. This is the last passenger I picked up. The taxi was empty for most of the day. I decided to grab a bite to eat. As I pulled away from the curb, I glanced at the rearview mirror. A woman in a white dress was sitting in the back seat. She looked at me and I could tell she was very troubled. Water was dripping from her hair, clothes and shoes. I continued driving. I thought it was weird that she wasn't saying anything, so I finally asked, "You're dripping water everywhere." Startled, she quickly replied, "I was caught in the storm last night." I didn't know what to say to that. She was silent again, but now it was getting creepy. I heard a low, eerie hum coming from her. It sounded like the voice of an old woman, but when I glanced over at her, she was still and quiet. I could see raindrops falling onto the floor in slow motion. Each drop seemed to echo in the eerie silence. I tried not to think too much of it. We pulled up outside a house. I don't remember which street it was, but it was a nice area. It had big old houses with long driveways. The woman opened the door and turned around. She thanked me and reached for my license so she could write down my details. Then she said something that made the hairs on my neck stand on end. "You won't remember me, will you?" I was taken aback. I responded, "What do you mean?" She gave me a sad smile and whispered, "It doesn't matter. It never does." With that, she stepped out into the rain and disappeared inside. I sat there dumbfounded. Then I shook my head, trying to clear things. Maybe I was reading too much into it. I started the engine and pulled away. I told myself that I shouldn't have stopped there, but it was just a weird passenger. These things happen sometimes. I needed to forget about it. But as I drove, I couldn't shake off this feeling of dread. I looked again at the back seat. It was empty. I shrugged and carried on driving. Moments later, I saw it. A pair of women's shoes in the back seat. I slammed on the brakes and turned around. I wanted to tell her they were left behind, but as I turned back, I noticed something strange. There was a dark stain on the seat where she had been sitting. I knew that leather seats don't hold water. I was confused, but I didn't think much of it. I got out, grabbed the shoes, and walked back to the house. I don't know why I went back. I mean, what if she had a knife or something, but there it was. I rang the doorbell, no answer. I knocked, still no answer. Maybe she didn't live here. Or maybe she did and she wanted me to come in. I hesitated and then knocked again. I was about to give up when I saw something on the ground. It was a name. I bent down and picked it up. It was the same name written on the passenger side window. Then I heard a voice behind me. "Can I help you?" I turned around. An old lady stood there with a kind smile. I asked, "Do you live here?" "I used to," she said. "But this house has been empty for years. Why don't you come inside and have some tea? It's cold out here." I was suspicious, but I agreed. I followed her into the house. We sat down at the kitchen table. She poured us each a cup of tea and we talked. I told her about the passenger and the lady smiled. "Ah, yes, I remember her well. She used to sit in that very same spot and wait for a ride. She would always take the same route. She never changed it." "She?" I asked. "Yes, she liked to play tricks on people, especially taxi drivers. They say she'd haunt them, make them crash, things like that." I looked at her. "But she's dead, isn't she?" "Oh yes," the lady said. "She died in that storm many years ago. They found her body in that very same car, sitting in the back seat. No one knows how long she was there. She'd been ripped to shreds. They say it was the storm, but I know better. It was the van. It always comes back for another soul to fill its empty seat." As she spoke, I felt a cold presence behind me. I slowly turned around, but there was nothing there. The old lady smiled. "Here, have some more tea." I took a sip. "Do you want to hear the sad part?" I nodded. She never got to rest because no one remembers her name. The lady leaned closer and whispered, "They say she wanders these streets at night, searching for a new passenger, and if you give her a ride, you'll be with her forever." I hope you enjoyed this scary story. Please leave a like if you did. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.